Here's something a sponsored video will never tell you. 4 games on this list are already sitting in the PS Plus catalog. You might own them and not know it. So before you spend a penny, let me show you the 15 PS5 open worlds that are actually worth getting lost in. Let's start with the game that lied to us. Back in 2016, No Man's Sky promised a whole universe and shipped a lonely, empty one. People were furious, and honestly, they were right to be. So why is it on this list? Because Hello Games did something almost nobody does anymore. They went quiet and they fixed it. For 10 years, the PS5 version arrived on November 12, 2020. 4K 60 frames a second, free for anyone who already owned it. Free, not a definitive edition with a shiny new price tag. Free, and since then, around 40 major updates. All free. This year alone, they added a gravity gun in February, Pokemon-style creature battling in April, and huge group raids in May. That's not a studio squeezing your wallet. That's a studio that has forgotten how to stop. Now the honest part, this is not a gripping story. You will mine rocks, you will name a planet something rude, you will fly for 20 minutes and find a slightly different rock. If you need constant explosions, this will bore you senseless. But if you like being a very small person under a very big sky, nothing else feels like this. There are 18 quintillion planets in there. 10 years in, players have visited less than 1% of them. It goes dirt cheap on sale. Wait for one, then go get lost. Number 14. A movie tie-in game. From Ubisoft, I know, every alarm bell in my head should be screaming right now. But here's the thing. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, out December 7th, 2023, is the best looking open world on your PS5. Not one of the best, the best. Pandora glows in the dark, plants flinch when you touch them. It's ridiculous. You play a Navi 10 feet tall, blue, raised in a cage by the human army, then set loose in a jungle you're supposed to call home, all in first person. So when you climb onto a flying banshee and tip off a cliff edge, your stomach goes with it. And Ubisoft did something shockingly grown up here. There's a mode where the game stops painting your map with icons. Instead, someone tells you, head east, past the tall red trees, look for the water. You navigate with your eyes. Wild idea, right? The bad news, the human soldiers are boring. Shoot the glowing bit, repeat. The story is fine, just fine. And it needs a good 5 hours before it clicks. Now the part your wallet cares about. Since July 21st this year, this game has been sitting in the PS Plus extra catalog. If you pay for that tier, you might already own it. Go and check before you buy anything. And if you fall for it, 3 story packs plus a third-person camera and New Game Plus added last December. Generous. For once. Number 13. Assassin's Creed Shadows, March 20th, 2025, Feudal Japan. The setting fans begged Ubisoft for 15 years. Did they get it right? Mostly. Annoyingly, you get 2 heroes. Now is a shinobi, small, fast, and she can snuff out lanterns to make her own darkness, then disappear into it. Yasuke is a samurai who does not sneak, does not hide, and kicks doors down like the rent is late. 2 completely different games in one box. Now's the better one. Bite me. Then the seasons arrive, and this is the clever bit. Summer gives you thick leaves to hide in. Then winter strips the branches bare, freezes the water, leaves footprints in the snow, and your favorite sneaky route becomes a wide open death trap. The map turns on you. I love that. Also, it stopped vomiting 100 icons onto your screen. You send scouts, you ask questions, you go looking better. Now the ugly part, because you know I have to say it. Ubisoft dangled the Big Awaji Island expansion as a pre-order bonus. Buy it blind, get the DLC free. Everyone sensible who waited paid $25 in September. Never pre-ordered for DLC, never. And that Attack on Titan crossover quest, time limited, gone. Switched off in December. That's a company treating your money like a parking meter. The base game though, huge, gorgeous, and it respects your brain. Grab the complete edition on sale. Number 12. Dragon's Dogma 2 from March 2024. This game is weird, and I mean that as a compliment. There's almost no fast travel. None. Want to cross the world? You walk it. Or you ride a cart pulled by an ox, and the cart gets ambushed by goblins, because obviously it does. Every journey turns into a small adventure. It's slow. It's also brilliant. There's no human co-op either. Instead, you get pawns, computer-controlled helpers built by other players and shared online. They learn, they point at treasure, they give advice nobody asked for. Half of you will love your pawn like a pet. The other half will hear the same line 400 times and consider violence. Oh, and pawns can catch something called Dragon's Plague. Their eyes glow red, ignore it, go to sleep, and they can wipe out an entire town while you nap. Villagers dead, shops gone, quests broken forever. The game will not warn you. It's savage, it's amazing. Now, honesty time. At launch, this thing ran badly on PS5, choppy. The big city was a slideshow. If that killed it for you, listen carefully. Capcom's update at the end of this month finally adds a 60 frames per second mode and extra save slots. And a proper expansion Dark Arisen lands October 9th with over 25 hours in a frozen new region. One warning, Capcom sells shortcut items in the store. Ignore them. You earn every single one in game. Number 11, Red Dead Redemption 2, 2018. This game is nearly 8 years old and it still makes brand new releases look lazy. You're Arthur Morgan, a big sad outlaw in 1899, riding with a gang that is very obviously doomed. And what makes it special isn't the shooting, it's the tiny stuff, snow crunching flat under your boots, a stranger who remembers you helped him last week, your horse panicking at his snake. It's the most alive world anyone has ever built. 97 on Metacritic, 75 million copies sold, earned it. But let me be blunt because this is a PS5 channel and you deserve the truth. There is still no native PS5 version. It's August 2026. You're playing it through backwards compatibility at 30 frames per second with nothing extra for PS5 Pro owners. Meanwhile, Rockstar found time to give the first Red Dead a lovely PS5 port at 4K60 back in December. The old one, not this one, and the rumor going around says the RDR2 upgrade is basically finished, just sitting in a vault until Rockstar feels like it. Probably after GTA 6 shows up in November. So do not pay full price, ever. This one goes to $15 constantly, and right now, it's in the PS Plus Extra catalog, added back in May. Check your subscription before you buy anything, because catalog games do get removed, and the online mode, Rockstar stopped feeding it years ago. Play the story. That's the masterpiece. Number 10. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, August 20th, 2021. Here's the trick this game pulls, and honestly, more games should steal it. There are almost no arrows or icons telling you where to go. Instead, you swipe and the wind blows. Leaves and grass bend in the direction you need to travel. A golden bird flutters ahead of you. A little fox trots off and leads you to a shrine. You never stare at a minimap. You just look at the world. It's beautiful and it's clever, and it took Sony until 2021 to try it. You're Jinsakai in the year 1274 and the Mongols have just steamrolled your island. So Jin has a choice. Fight like a proper samurai face to face with honor, or start stabbing people in the back in the dark like a ghost. The game actually makes you feel bad about it. Nice touch. Now cynic hat on. The side stuff repeats itself a lot. Another fox den, another hot spring, another bamboo cutting minigame, and if you've watched any old samurai film, you'll see the story coming a mile off. Also, Sony charged PS4 owners to upgrade to this. Twice in some cases. Cheeky. But you get Ike Island in the box, that's 10 plus extra hours, plus a free online co-op mode. 60 frames sharp as glass, it's cheap now. No excuse. Number 9. Hogwarts Legacy, February 10th, 2023. And look, I'm a grumpy old critic. I did not expect to care about Wizard School. I cared. A lot. Because the castle is the real star here. Not the story, not the combat, and the castle. Staircases move, paintings gossip about you as you walk past. There's a room where the ceiling is a swamp. You will get lost for an hour and not mind even slightly. It's set in the 1890s, so no Harry, no Ron, nobody you have to be polite about. Combat is genuinely great too. You chain spells together like a rhythm game, yanking enemies into the air and smashing them into each other. And flying a broom over the hills at sunset, that's the money shot. Now the honest part, because you deserve it. Outside the castle, that big open map is thin. Bandit camp, bandit camp, bandit camp. There are 95 Merlin puzzles out there, and you will hate the last 30. And the ending arrives with a shrug. But has the thing I actually respect? There are zero microtransactions in this game. None. And Warner Brothers cancelled the expansion and the definitive edition back in March of 2025. So there's no season pass to chase, no DLC waiting to make your copy feel incomplete. You buy it. It's finished. Remember when that was normal? Grab it on sale. It's a comfort game. Number 8. Rise of the Ronin, March 22nd, 2024. From Team Ninja, the people who make those brutal games where you die 400 times and call it fun. So here's the deal. This game has two halves. One half is fantastic, the other half is filler. The fantastic half is the fighting. There's a move called Counter Spark. You tap the block button at the exact moment a blade comes at you, and your character deflects it with a clang that sounds like a blacksmith dropping something. Land 3 in a row and you feel like a god. You've also got a grappling hook and a glider, so you can yank yourself onto a rooftop and just jump off into the sea whenever you like. It's 1863. The old samurai world is dying, guns are arriving, and you get to pick sides, and you can actually kill famous historical figures. The story branches, bold move, the filler half, the open world is flat, copy-paste side missions, towns with nobody interesting in them, and on a base PS5 it stutters and looks a bit muddy. Team Ninja's first open world, and it shows. But it's in the PS Plus extra catalog right now, added in July. So do not pay for this, check your subscription, download it, and enjoy the best sword fighting on the list. Number 7. Cyberpunk 2077. And we have to talk about December 2020 because I was there. This game launched broken. Properly broken, cards fell through roads, Sony took it off the PlayStation Store and refunded people. It was one of the biggest disasters in gaming history. And every reviewer who screamed about it was right. So why is it at number 7? Because the version on your PS5 today is not that game. The native PS5 version arrived February 15th, 2022. Then the huge 2.0 rework in 2023 tore out the skill system, the police, the driving, and rebuilt all of it for free. And Phantom Liberty, the expansion, is the best story CD Projekt has ever written. A spy thriller with Idris Elba in it, and it's genuinely gripping. And this April, PS5 Pro owners got a free patch. Ray traced lighting at 60 frames up to 90 frames if your tele supports it. Night city at night, wet streets, neon in the puddles, nothing else looks like it. Is it perfect? No, the crowds are still stupid. Some choices matter less than they pretend to. But here's my point, and I mean it. It took 3 years to become the game they sold us in the trailers. Enjoy it now, and remember that when they ask you to pre-order the sequel, get the Ultimate Edition on sale, it's the whole thing. Number 6. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, February 4th, 2025. And this one is going to make some of you very angry. There are no dragons, no magic, no superpowers. You're Henry, a blacksmith's son in Bohemia in the year 1403, real place, real history, and the game's whole idea is you are nobody. You start out unable to fight, genuinely. You swing a sword like you're shooing a wasp and any drunk soldier will flatten you. You have to sleep, you have to eat. If you don't wash, people won't talk to you properly. The first few hours are humbling and a lot of players quit right there. Don't. Because once it clicks, nothing else feels like this. Cards remember your face. You can talk your way out of a fight, or bribe someone, or get so drunk you wake up somewhere embarrassing with no idea what happened. The world runs on its own rules and it does not care about you being the hero. And Warhorse have been decent about the extras. All 3 story expansions came out through 2025 and they're all optional. The base game is a complete finished story. There's also a free hardcore mode they added later, if you want to be miserable on purpose. Best part, as of August 18th, it's in the PS Plus extra catalog. Free if you already subscribe. Try it, be patient, trust me. Number 5. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, February 29, 2024. And I need to warn you about something first. This is the middle part of a 3-part remake. Part 1 came out in 2020. Part 3, now officially called Final Fantasy VII Revelation, isn't out until spring 2027. So yes, you're jumping into a story with no ending yet. Deal with it. Here's why it's worth it anyway. This game is enormous and it is bursting with joy. You've got a spiky haired mercenary called Cloud, a giant world to cross, and about 100 hours of stuff to do in it. You race giant chickens, you play a card game called Queen's Blood that is so good it should be its own release. There's piano playing, there's a dolphin, there's a bloke doing sit ups. It is a theme park, and I mean that nicely. The fighting is the best in the series, real time, but you can freeze it mid swing to plan your next move, and team up attacks look like a fireworks display. Scenic bit, some regions have too many towers to climb and too many boxes to tick, and the ending is deliberately confusing. People are still arguing about it. Money advice. There's a twin pack with parts 1 and 2 together for $60. Get that. And if 100 hours scares you, Square added free assist options this June that make it far easier. Number 4. Horizon Forbidden West, February 18th, 2022. Robot dinosaurs, that's the pitch. And I refuse to apologize for how much I love it. You're Aloy, a red-haired hunter in America 1,000 years after everything collapsed. Nature took the cities back and the wildlife is now made of metal. And these machines are the best designed enemies on this whole list. A Tremor Tusk is a mechanical war elephant with cannons strapped to its back, and beating one properly means shooting off its armor plates first, freezing its legs, then knocking the gun off its shoulder and picking it up yourself. On the harder difficulties, it's basically Monster Hunter with a bow. Superb. Now, the annoying part. Aloy will not shut up. You'll walk up to a puzzle and she'll solve it out loud before your brain has even started. And the story is drowning in sci-fi jargon, evil AIs, and ancient databases and names you'll never remember. The first game's mystery was tighter by the complete edition. That's the base game plus the Burning Shores expansion, which came out in April 2023 and lets you fly. It drops to a very silly price on sale. One last thing, and it stings. There's no Horizon 3 announced. What is coming is 2 live service Horizon games. So enjoy this while it's still just a game. Number 3. Death Stranding 2. On the beach, June 26, 2025. And I have to be honest with you about what this actually is. It's a walking game. You're a delivery man. You strap a tower of boxes to your back and you carry them across mountains, rivers and volcanic rock, and if you lean too far, you fall over and your cargo rolls down a hill. Sounds boring. It is not boring. It's the most satisfying kind of puzzle. Reading the land, picking a route, building a bridge so the next bit is easier. And here's the lovely part. Other real players' bridges and ladders appear in your world. You never meet them. You just find their stuff and leave a thumbs up. In a world of screaming online lobbies, that's kind of beautiful. It's also the best looking game on your PS5, honestly. Mexico and Australia, storms rolling in, that music kicking in exactly when it should. The catch, Hideo Kojima made it, so the cutscenes are long. Sometimes 40 minutes of people explaining the plot to each other. If that's not your thing, you'll bounce off it hard. And credit where it's due. In March, Kojima gave PS5 owners a free update with a brutal new difficulty, rematches against bosses, and scenes that got cut from the original. The first game made you buy a director's cut for that. Progress. Number 2. Ghost of Yotei, October 2nd, 2025. PS5 only. This is the sequel to Tsushima? Well, sort of. Same series 300 years later. Brand new person, you're Atsu, and this one's simple. 6 people burned your family's home and killed everyone in it, and you've spent 16 years learning how to make them regret it. That's it. That's the story. It's a revenge film, and it doesn't waste your time pretending otherwise. The big upgrade is your weapon. Tsushima gave you a sword. This gives you a katana, a massive two-handed odachi, dual blades, a spear and a chain and sickle thing that yanks shields out of people's hands. Every enemy type counters a different one, so you're constantly swapping mid-fight. It's fast and it's mean. Also, you have a wolf. The wolf helps? I love the wolf. Now here's the bit that matters for your wallet, and this is why it's number 2. In March, Sucker Punch added the whole Legends co-op mode. 4 classes, story missions for 2 players, survival for 4, demon bosses and a raid in April. All of it free. No battle pass, no shop, nothing. Fair criticism? Underneath the new weapons, the structure is still clear the camp, follow the wind. If Tsushima bored you, this won't fix that. But for everyone else, this is the most complete package on the list. And number 1, of course, it's Elden Ring. February 25th, 2022, over 30 million people have bought this thing, and 4 years later, nothing has taken its crown. So let me explain why. In the simplest way I can, every other game on this list holds your hand a little. Elden Ring does not hold anything. There's no quest marker. Nobody tells you where to go. You open a gate, see a giant golden tree glowing in the distance, and the game just lets you walk toward it. And when you find something, you found it, nobody pointed. That feeling is the whole game. Then there's the bit I genuinely think is genius. Stuck on a boss who keeps flattening you? Leave. Walk away. Go find a cave. Get stronger. Come back in 5 hours and delete him. Almost no other hard game gives you that door. Honest warnings, because I owe you those. It will beat you up. The story is hidden inside item descriptions, so you'll end up reading a wiki, and a couple of late bosses are frankly unfair. 2 quick money notes: buy the Shadow of the Erdtree edition that bundles the huge 2024 expansion in, and be careful, Elden Ring Night Rain is a separate co-op game, not extra content for this one. Lots of people got that wrong. No microtransactions, no season pass trip, one giant world, one honest expansion. That's why it wins. So there it is, 15 worlds, and not one of them needs your money on day 1. Wait for a sale. Check your PS Plus catalog first. And please, stop pre-ordering games you haven't seen running. Half this list only became great after launch, and the people who waited paid less for a better version. Tell me the one I got wrong down in the comments, because I know somebody's furious about Elden Ring at number 1. Subscribe if you like your recommendations honest. See you in the next one.